Hi guys, welcome to another video. So this time we're going to try some South Korean treats, snacks, unboxings, and kind of a bonus one from Corfu. I went to Corfu last year and went on holiday, and I got something that I still haven't opened yet, so that will be interesting to open that. So let's start. So these are the remaining snacks that I haven't eaten yet from the Korean snack box. So we have the first one. I don't have a clue what that says because I don't speak Korean, but if there is any Korean people on the video watching, let me know what it means. So it's a company called Crown, and on the back it just says about recycling and the website, so www.crown.co.korea. I'm going to take a wild guess that it's going to be sweet, but let's see. So I'm just going to try like a small amount of each because I'm not going to eat all of them. So let's see. I must say that the Korean box has been really good. I've got some Japanese ones as well in the past, and I've got some videos that you could check out if you haven't already, and they are pretty good. So the Korean ones especially, the Japanese are nice, but the Japanese ones had a lot of sweets in, and I'm not really a massive fan of sweets. Can't open this, so I'm just going to use the perforated thing. Crumbling. Ooh, just made a massive mess on my leg. They're actually cream biscuits because I got a whiff straight away of the smell. Cream cheese, biscuity things. Yeah, definitely a savoury cheese smell. Basically broken, but they basically fall into pieces. But there's the biscuit. It's the cream cheese in between two crackers. So let's have a taste. Definitely cheese. As James May would say, cheese. But yeah, really nice. Reminds me of Ritz crackers a bit. We get them in England. If you're not from England, you may not know what they are, but they're sort of buttery as well. The cracker is buttery. They are good. It's weird because the flavour is not massively savoury. It's weird. There is a bit of sweetness there, and it's kind of sweet cream cheese cracker. That's the way I could describe it. It's there's a bit of sweetness there, a bit of savoury, and it kind of marries and in between, and it's really nice. So that was the first one. What I'm going to do, just picking up bits of cracker from the table. What I'm going to do is going to put these in an airtight container and then kind of peck at them later, basically. And yeah, otherwise there'll be too many snacks to eat. So this one is banana mochi cake, and the brand is probably back to front on the camera, but it says Samjin. Massively bold date here as well. You've got a sloth holding a banana there. Samjin's at the bottom. Since 1979. And on the back it says Korean chewy rice cake coated with chocolate filled with banana cream. Storage, keep in cool and dry place. Avoid from direct sunlight. Manufacturer, Samjin Confectionery Co. Product of Korea. www.samjin.net. And then it's just the recycling thing. It says other. So it's probably like you can only recycle it a sort of special way or something. I used to know what all the plastics and stuff meant. I once done work experience at an insurance broker, and we done a lot with a recycling company, and I sort of used to know a lot about the different types of recycling materials, but yeah, I've kind of forgotten all of it, to be honest. There's all different categories. And there it is in all its glory. Looks nice. Looks a bit like reminds me of something like a marshmallowy, like a Tunnex tea cake, I think. That's what it reminds me of. Let's have a bite. That's really nice. That's the centre. There isn't too much banana flavouring in there. You can see there's a little bit here, but still, it's the way to describe it is we have these foam banana sweets here in England, and they've got a very artificial banana taste, like a sweet artificial banana taste. Tastes exactly like that. It's like eating one of them basically, because it's a similar texture. The mochi is a similar texture to the foamy banana sweets that we get here. So, but yeah, it's nice. Might as well finish the whole thing because it's not that big. And there we go, some more banana stuff, fondant or whatever it is, creme. It's nice. It's quite sweet as well. And the chocolate, even though there's a chocolate kind of outer shell, I can't really taste any of the chocolate really. Not to be honest. I meant not much, to be honest. There's not much chocolate going on. Just mainly banana. Really good. If I saw that in the shop here in England, I'd probably buy that now and again as a treat. It's so good. Mochi is something that I have made before. It's not really that hard to make. I made a massive slab once. It was green. But it's good stuff, mochi, really nice. And it's very popular in Asia, particularly Japan and Korea. So the next item is from Lottie. I've seen these people before. There we go. That's the actual upright. But it's probably back to front to you guys. I just thought the imagery, because I obviously can't read the Korean, but the imagery tells me it's cheese biscuits, but I may be completely wrong. It may be like lemon or something. But we have this design around the packaging. That's that just to me says I'm cheese, but we will see. Okay, so some of them are broken. It's hard to get in without breaking the whole thing. There we go. Just made a perforation. If these are going in an airtight container, it's fine. It's definitely broken here. I can see some sugar. I wonder whether they're like choc chip cookies or something. I think in terms of packaging, it's very strange that they're yellow to mean chocolate. You would think that they would be brown or something, but there we go. That's the biscuit. Broken, but And it's nutty. There was something strange about it. Definitely taste walnut or something. No, that's not nuts. This is a poppy seed. It's poppy seed. I'm just getting the bits that broke off basically, but you can see the poppy seeds. It works in a weird way. I've never had this combo before. Yeah. Or sesame. Is it sesame? I think it's sesame. Yes, sorry, it's sesame seeds. Just got the very kind of sesame taste. It works in a weird way, and I think because it's different to anything I've ever tried in terms of biscuits, it works because you've got the sweetness, so there is definitely sugar on the biscuits. You can see as well. You can see the sugar kind of glistening in the light. Not so much on the camera, but to the eye. If I just hold it very still. Excuse me, so take a glass of water. A swig, so yeah, these definitely got sugar in, and they're quite sweet. And with the sesame seed, there's just a strange flavour that complements the sweetness, and it just works in a weird way. Let's have one more. I think you can actually see the sugar on the camera. There's quite a lot of it. Making a huge mess. Yeah, it's nice. It's just Sesame seeds have that weird, like buttery, almost smoky kind of taste, and it just works. I'd give them like a 7 out of 10. The banana mochi, probably a 9 out of 10. I really like that. It's banana and chocolate and mochi texture, really nice combination. These cheese biscuits, 8 out of 10. They're pretty decent. The sesame crackers, probably a 7 out of 10. So pretty good so far. As I said, the Korean snack box is really good for the money. I think it was £35, and there was loads of snacks. And you know, the fact it's imported from Korea as well, it's worth every penny. It's an occasional treat that you could treat yourself to. It's you know, it's something nice. You don't have to pig out on them either. It's just something you can treat yourself. So this is again from Crown, and it's called the Victory Pie. Nice design here. You've got the red with the yellow and orange stripe there. Victory Pie, and then you've got the Crown website at the bottom there, the little mouse. I like this kind of mouse icon. It's like old school to me. I remember seeing the old packaging with the little mouse and stuff, and it just in a weird way reminds me of the old school mice that have the balls, if you remember those, the little balls, and you sometimes had to, well, I used to take them out for no reason and fiddle with them. They were almost fidget toys in their own means, those little mouse balls. But Victory Pie, so very similar to a wagon wheel actually. Get it out, crumbled up a bit, but very, very similar to a wagon wheel. So let me break it in half or something. It's got a V actually as well, sort of a V in the actual design of the biscuit, which is cool. So let's take a bite. So incredibly messy. Has like a caramel inside, like a caramel fondant in between two layers of biscuits, and chocolate on the outside. It is nice. It's just going everywhere. That's nice. That's like an 8 out of 10 for me. Really nice taste. You do actually taste the chocolate this time. You've got the biscuit layer and that lovely sweet caramelly fondant in the middle. That's good. So the next one, and again another Crown product, Choco Haim Choco Hazelnut. I've had the other ones of these, and I didn't make a video of them. I just really wanted them. I just fancied them. And there's on the back there's a perforation line to say like cut open there or something. There's like a big mansion on the picture. The website there, again, other, to sort of tell you that it's recyclable with the other waste, whatever that means. So I think it means you can take it to the dump, and there's a special place for it, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. After going myself to the dump, I don't recall a specific place you can recycle this sort of packaging, because I think this is like aluminium or something. I'm not really sure. Anyway, going off topic, let's follow the perforated line. And break the biscuits. There we go. There is actually a piece of plastic that assists you with opening it, and there we have it. So we have 2 of these. There's one in there as well, but we have 2 fingers, and they're like double fingers, and they have like a very wafer style biscuit or cookie or whatever you want to call it. We have a wave pattern here. Can you do tapping noises on this properly? I think so. Let's try it. Cheers. That flavour profile just changed. Just constantly changed. It's nice. It's nice, very nice. Initially, maybe it's because I bit the end, but I got nothing. Basically nothing of flavour, but there's a very subtle nutty flavour going on. And yeah, it's just like a wafer, fairly sweet, but the nuttiness, it's not really in your face, it's quite subtle. But yeah, quite nice. Probably like a 6 out of 10, I reckon. Still nice, a nice snack, but the other ones are better, I think. So the victory pie is good. My favourite is the I would say the mochi at the moment, but yeah, this is the last Korean snack. You may recognise the pattern, which is very similar to the other one, which was this one. I assume it's from the same brand. This one that actually doesn't say, but if we was to compare the design of both, they're very similar in their own ways. This one, to me, shouts chocolate, but it could be anything. After seeing this, I mean, this is sesame seed sweet biscuits. I mean, that has nothing to do with yellow colour. So let's see. Again, perforation line, open, sesame. Literally had sesame in. So we have a broken biscuit again, glistening in the light. I mean, there's no filling in there, nothing at all. It's just biscuit, or you Americans call it cookie, I reckon. So, or biscuit. We call it biscuits. We're called cookies, sometimes cookie, but for example, Oreos. They're nice. They remind me of, we have these biscuits in England called Nice or Nice. I think they're pronounced Nice. I think they're named after the French place, Nice, but they taste very similar to Nice. Very, very similar. Just a sugary, buttery biscuit. Really good. That's nice. Do you know what? They would be really good with a cup of tea. And I probably sound very English when I say that, but it would be awesome with a cup of tea. To dunk in and then eat it when it's nice and like moist from the tea. Really good. Probably like a 9.5 out of 10. To me, that's my favourite. I love the mochi. That was like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. This is a 9.5. It's very simple. There's no fancy flavours going on or anything. It's just a sugary, buttery, enjoyable biscuit to eat. It's very nice, and it would be awesome with a cup of tea. So yeah, very nice, that one. So the last one, so I've got all these open snacks I'm going to put in a airtight container or something. But the very last thing I wanted to show you was these, which I probably didn't show you on my channel before. The box is a bit knackered, but I think they've just been stored in a, excuse me, so they've been stored in the puff next to the sofa, and they're basically called Mandola, yeah. Mixed flavour Mandola, and you've got the Greek here as well. So these are from not Cyprus, Corfu. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is the Greek, and it's from Lazarus, the actual Lazarus shop in Corfu. So it's a very famous shop in Corfu. And Lazarus are the ones that make the kumquats, and I don't know if you've ever had a kumquat. So I've had both a real kumquat that you can get from Waitrose, and I've also had the kumquats from Corfu. I bought some as well, and I haven't opened them. Maybe I'll do a video of those, and maybe I'll actually get them in a minute and try those now. Because why not? Because we're trying loads of snacks anyway. But I got these last September, so they're like sort of 4 October, November, December, January, February. We're not in February, but maybe like 3 or 4 months old. But these are the mixed ones. I just like the colours, and they're different flavours. So, but yeah, you can see Lazarus, Corfu, Greece, and we just have some information on the back. There is a expiry date as well, March 26, so we're fine. It's January at the moment. So some Greek almond sweet with rose, kumquat and mint flavours. Nutrition information, blah blah blah, Lazarus, and then the address of Lazarus, which we went to, and it's awesome, really nice. You can see them. There's a bit where they actually make them from scratch, from fresh. They're not just Mandola, they make kumquats in a special way, and I'll tell you in a minute, but yeah, enough waffling, let's have a try. So, of one of each flavour. Present is a very nice, pretty box. So you have mint, kumquat and rose, I think, which are the ready ones. But there's 3 colours there. The camera doesn't really do it justice. There is green. Oh, there's 4 colours actually, sorry. These are really good, and that's they had loads of different sweets, and they had alcohol. I've got some alcohol as well. I still haven't tried it. I tried it at the place Lazarus, but I haven't opened the ones I've purchased basically. So, but yeah, I bought the stuff that I liked, but the kumquats, I haven't really fancied them. I just go to, like, if I want something sweet, I always go for chocolate or something. That's the first thing I go to, which is bad because I've paid this out of my own money and I still haven't eaten it. So. So we'll have maybe like one of each flavour. They're basically almonds with a sugar coating. So that one must be rose. There's the almond in the middle, whole almond. That's rose. Oops, sorry, that's probably loud. Interesting. Very sweet rose taste. And then at the end you get the nut, the almond, which is the sort of the nice nutty profile. It's nice. So next one. Get the green one. They're all kind of stuck together. It's just the sugar. And these are all out to try as well in the actual shop. That's nice. That's mint. That's better, actually. I think that's better than the rose one. There's two more flavours to try. I'd say they're nice, but they're not something that I would buy again, if that makes sense. It's just some stuff that you find in different countries is amazing, like the Korean treats. These are nice, but they're just strange. This one is not sure. My face doesn't probably show that I like it, but it's okay. It's nice, it's okay. I don't know what that is, to be honest. I'm not sure what that flavour is, but it's okay. Just really hard to get out. They're just really stuck in the bag. I didn't show you it, but it's the orange one basically. That one. This is kumquat flavour. Very orangey. Strange, but yeah, I think at the time I really liked it, and now after tasting like cheese crackers and chocolate and mochi, and I should have tried this first, because this is a bit of a change on your palate. I think they're strange. I really like almonds. I do like almonds. I just find these a bit weird. And the other thing that I was going to try was a kumquat. So let's do that. One more thing for the video. This is what we 35 minutes already, so hopefully you guys watch the entirety of the video, because this is a long one, so if you do watch it, I'd much appreciate it. So one moment, just let me just get the kumquat. Okay, so these are the kumquats. Again, Lazarus with the tree and the kumquats in the tree. This really nice orange rope, Corfu grease, artisan sweets. This was a 200 gram bag. I think there was bigger bags, and I thought I'm probably not even going to eat these, let alone get a bigger bag. You could get probably 400, 500 grams bag, I think. But yeah, I haven't touched these really. I've definitely been in them. I think I gave one to my mum. My partner certainly didn't want one, so yeah. So if you don't know about kumquats, they're basically, I think they're part of the orange family, and they're very small. They're kind of oblong shaped, oval oblong sort of shape, and the normal ones have pith, all the stuff that an orange has inside, with the little seeds that you get in an orange. But the kumquats, you eat them whole instead of the orange, which you can eat whole, but there are certain bits like the top and the bottom you can't really eat. Well, you can eat, but they just don't taste very nice. But sorry, I'm just trying to open this. There we go. So you have this rope, which is quite pretty. Lazarus. And yeah, in Corfu, they're very famous for, they just call it kumquats. But with their kumquats, they're more of a confectionery item. So they get real kumquats. I believe you can buy the real kumquats, but most of the time you can only get confectionery, really. That's what I gathered. And they basically pierce them with loads of cocktail sticks. There you go, there's quite a few in there, individually wrapped as well. So they pierce them with cocktail sticks, and they blanch them in a syrup, like a sweet orange syrup. So the inside, suddenly they boil them, I think, and then they become really soft. And then when you bite into them, they have this like fondant jelly kind of texture. And there it is. Let's open it. This again is something which has been sitting in my poof for a while, because I haven't fancied it, which is bad. Just trying to open it, it's like impossible. There we go. Right. And there we have it. It's a good thumbnail. So there it is, and it's sticky as well to touch. Maybe that's a better thumbnail. Possibly. So yeah, it's basically a whole kumquat, and that's the size and everything of a real one. It is a real one. It's just like made into confectionery, as I said. So oozes out the inside. It's very sweet, like a almost like it's like a syrup, orangey syrup. Very, very sweet. It's weird. And it's not, to me, it's not the most pleasant thing. Yeah. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Is, to be honest, I don't know why I bought them. It was at the time when you were like in holiday mode. You sort of think, yeah, I'll buy that. That's nice. I'll buy that. I don't know. I think when you're over in a different country, your palate's different. I think, but potentially that's why you prefer things. But when you come back to England or wherever you live, you're used to certain foods and stuff, and yeah, that's just, I wouldn't go to, if that was in a local store, I would not buy that. But yeah, it's different. It's certainly not something that has any nutritional benefits. So the real kumquats, they do, because they're real, basically oranges. But these ones are confectionery. 1 or 2 a day is probably okay. Eating a whole pack is not. They probably contain a lot of sugar. They're very sweet, but yeah. So yeah, that hasn't sold it, I don't think. But I don't know. If you guys have been to Corfu, let me know. And if you've tried kumquats, let me know there in the comments. You might be someone who really likes them. It's just my palate. I just don't like it. And it's going to be quite hard for me to finish them. I know it's a waste of money. I'll try not to throw them away, because that's a waste of money and just waste, isn't it? But yeah, they're not really for me. That's a no. It's probably a 6 out of 10. I'd be kind to it and give it a 6, simply because that's a delicacy that they are really famous for. But I just don't. That's not really my cup of tea. But the mandola, they're better. But even them, they're a bit weird as well. But don't get me wrong, I love Greek stuff. Like, I've been to Greece now 2 or 3 times. It's a beautiful place. Lovely food, lovely people, lovely culture. I'm not a massive fan of the Corfu delicacies of mandola and kumquats. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Quite a long one, actually. Probably one of the longest ones I've ever done. Nearly 45 minutes. If you liked my video, give us a like. Click the hype button, please, if you want to. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.